Is Father Time finally catching up to the greatest golfer who ever lived? Or is Tiger Woods about to do what he has always done? Silence every doubt, defy every prediction, and show up exactly when nobody expects him to? Right now, the golf world is sitting on the edge of its seat because two massive storylines are colliding at the same time, and neither one has a clean answer yet. One is about the most iconic tournament in golf. The other is about a brand new chapter in a career that refuses to end. And both of them tell you everything about where Tiger Woods stands today. Let's start with where Tiger actually is right now, physically, because that context changes everything. His last competitive round in an official PGA Tour event was at the 2024 Open Championship at Royal Troon, where he missed the cut. Since then, his body has been through two more serious procedures. In March 2025, he underwent surgery to repair a ruptured left Achilles tendon. Then, just months later in October 2025, he had a lumbar disc replacement, his seventh back surgery. Those are not minor procedures. Those are the kinds of surgeries that end careers for most athletes. His only recent competitive action came during the TGL Finals, where his Jupiter Links Golf Club team faced off against Los Angeles Golf Club. He appeared, hit a handful of shots, and his team lost 9-2. After the match, Tiger was honest about where he stands. It's just that this body doesn't recover like it did when it was 24, 25. Doesn't mean I'm not trying, he said. That one sentence tells you everything. The will is still there. The body is the question mark. Now here is the first major storyline that has golf fans talking. Tiger Woods has officially registered for the 2026 U.S. Senior Open, scheduled for July 2nd to 5th at Scioto Country Club in Columbus, Ohio. But before you get too excited, the USGA immediately clarified the situation. In a statement to Golf Digest, a USGA spokesperson confirmed, Tiger has entered the championship simply to ensure eligibility, but will not make a decision about playing until a later date. So what does that mean exactly? It means Tiger is keeping the door open, not walking through it yet. He registered to protect his option, not to make a commitment. And that is actually a smart and deliberate move, because the registration deadline would have closed that opportunity permanently if he had waited. Tiger turned 50 in December, which officially made him eligible to compete on the PGA Tour Champions, the 50 and older circuit. And here's the detail that makes this genuinely significant for someone in his physical condition. The PGA Tour Champions allows the use of golf carts in regular tour events. For a man whose greatest physical challenge is no longer swing mechanics or course management, but simply walking 72 holes, the cart rule is not a minor footnote. It could be the difference between competing regularly and not competing at all. Tiger is not alone in crossing the eligibility threshold this year. Zach Johnson, Henrik Stenson, and Ian Poulter have also turned 50 and are now eligible for the senior circuit. The confirmed field already includes notable names like defending champion Padraig Harrington, Ernie Els, Davis Love III, Justin Leonard, Vijay Singh, Stuart Sink, Darren Clark, and Angel Cabrera. Scioto Country Club itself carries deep historical significance. It is one of only 5 venues in the world to have hosted the U.S. Open, the PGA Championship, the Ryder Cup, and the U.S. Amateur. It is perhaps most famously known as the place where Jack Nicklaus learned the game. Designed by Donald Ross, the course underwent a major restoration by Andrew Green in 2021. It previously hosted the U.S. Senior Open in 1986 and 2016. And here is a number that adds another layer to this story. Tiger Woods is currently tied with Bobby Jones at 9 USGA championships, which includes 3 U.S. Opens, 3 U.S. Amateurs, and 3 U.S. Juniors. A victory at the U.S. Senior Open would give him sole ownership of that record. That is the kind of history that motivates a competitor like Tiger. But here is the reality. He has not even confirmed whether he will play in the Masters, which is less than 2 weeks away. July is a long way from April. His body is still dictating the timeline, and no amount of ambition changes that equation. Which brings us to the second storyline, and the one that is generating the most heat right now across the golf world. Should Tiger Woods play in the 2026 Masters? Here are the facts on the table. The Masters begins April 9th at Augusta National. Tiger is a 5-time Masters champion. He holds the all-time record of 24 consecutive cuts made at Augusta, a streak he extended at the 2024 Masters when most observers thought his body simply could not handle it. He has not played an official PGA Tour event in nearly 21 months. And after his TGL appearance, President Donald Trump told reporters in a TV interview that Tiger would not compete at Augusta, but would be present on the grounds. Tiger himself has not confirmed or denied that. The SI golf team broke this debate wide open in a fact or fiction segment, and the panel was genuinely divided. Bob Harig landed on fact. His reasoning: it hurts no one if he plays. There are no alternates. He doesn't deny anyone an opportunity. He's earned the right to do as he wants when it comes to the Masters. Harig also pointed to the undeniable track record. Tiger has made the cut in his last 3 Masters appearances when it hardly seemed possible. On the other side, John Ployme voted fiction. He argued that Augusta National's rolling hills make it one of the most physically demanding walks in golf. With Achilles, knee and back injuries, I can't even imagine what Tiger would have to endure to play 18 holes, Ployme said. His concern is not embarrassment. It is the risk of further injury costing Tiger the remainder of his season. Jeff Ritter came back with fact. Oh, it'll be a grind, but the grind is what's driven Woods throughout his career, Ritter said. He made the point that contending is not the goal and never has been in this conversation. The point is that life is short. The future isn't given to us, and an opportunity to compete in a Masters is special. He also noted that Tiger currently holds the record with 24 straight made cuts at the Masters, and chasing number 25 is reason enough. Max Schreiber voted fiction, but with clear nuance. He acknowledged that just making the cut would be an extraordinary feat, and that seeing Tiger play the Masters at this stage of his career is something the sports world should value. But he grounded his position in what Tiger himself admitted after TGL, that his body simply does not recover the way it once. John Schwarb closed it out with fact. At age 50, as a certain 82-time PGA Tour winner would say, it is what it is. His argument was direct. There's no substitute for competition, and while taking one's first live reps in 21 months at a Masters might sound crazy, this is a 5-time champion who knows every blade of grass in the place. No one will judge, and he's not taking anyone's spot. Let's just peg it and go. Tiger's own words have shifted noticeably over the past several weeks. Back in February, standing at Riviera Country Club ahead of the Genesis Invitational, he was asked directly whether the Masters was off the table. His response was a single word, delivered with a smile: no. He later told CBS's Jim Nantz and Trevor Immelman there was a real chance he would return at Augusta National, adding that he hoped to tee it up after attending Rory McIlroy's Champions. But by March, following the TGL finals, his tone had shifted. I said I've been working on it. Sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days. Disc replacement is not a lot of fun, he told reporters. He referenced Will Zalatoris, who went through his own disc replacement surgery. The body doesn't quite heal like it was when I was 24, doesn't quite bounce back. Yet even in that more sobered assessment, he held the door open. I want to play. I love the tournament. I've loved being there since I was 19 years old. It's meant a lot to me and my family over the years. Here is where things stand as of right now. Tiger Woods has registered for a senior major in July, while simultaneously leaving his Masters status completely undecided just days before the tournament begins. He is managing 2 timelines at once: the immediate question of Augusta and the longer-term question of what competitive golf looks like for him. The PGA Tour Champions, with its card allowance and different physical demands, represents a realistic and sustainable path. The Masters, with its hills and its history and its emotional weight, represents something else entirely. The tournament that has defined more of Tiger's legacy than perhaps any other. What is not in question is Tiger's desire. I keep trying. I want to play, he said. At 50 years old, after 2 surgeries in 2025 alone, after missing an entire competitive season for the first time in his career, that desire is not in doubt. The only question is whether his body will allow it, and that is a question only Tiger Woods can answer.